Hey, welcome back to Don't Run with Scissors. I'm Kelly, your favorite Jeep driving lawyer, mom of twins, three rescue dogs, and a rescue cat who likes to craft in her spare time. If you're new here, go ahead and hit your like and subscribe button. The like and subscribe button, it sends me a message, it boosts my tone and my self-esteem, and I could use both. And if you're a returning friend, you already know the crazy you're in for, so grab your drink, sit on back, and let's have at it. Those of you who know me on Facebook or Instagram already know that Wednesday we had to put down Nigel. They are, the vet is 99% sure that the mass in his stomach was cancer, and he was just so weak. So that was the unexpected turn of the adventures last week. Um, Literally 3 weeks to the date after we lost Paul. So, am I doing well? Um, I'm doing about what you would expect somebody to be doing in my situation. Um, my other three dogs are sort of discombobulated. It just, it feels different. And if you've lost a pet, you know what I'm talking about. And so, yeah, remarkably, I am still, I think, under the $100 mark for between the two deaths. I think I'm still under the $100, right around $100 spent on crafting and stuff. So I figure I'm doing pretty good compared to normal. So they already have Nigel's ashes back. And they did, I was expecting, like, I had asked for the little clay footprint. And the crematorium did a little ink impression of his little teeny tiny nose and his paw print. And again, I was expecting to see a paw print in addition to the little clay paw print. Um, but when I opened the card and I saw his little nose, gotta admit, I sort of lost it. I cried. I bawled. Um, I miss his little grumpy ass. I'm not gonna lie. Um, and the little box of ashes is so little. Um, up until we got Maisie, I've always had big dogs. So getting this little teeny tiny box of ashes is just so bizarre to me. And so, um, one moment, please. Okay. So it's been a little crazy around here. Um, I ended up in the emergency room last night for the pain in my side. They can't figure out what's going on. I'm going to be honest with you. My guess is it's stress. It's my body reacting to stress. Who's surprised? Not me. So, so we're still about $100 into stuff, but I'm gonna have grape vanilla in a while. The jar is looking darker and darker. My sourdough is still going, but I haven't like that was started before. Um, I need to feed and bake her. So, I forgot to do my haul last week, so I did get a couple other things in. Um, if you are in the Millennium Fabrics Atomic Ranch Fabric of the Month. You probably want to look away. I have both April's and May's because they lost my April, and Sarah was so wonderful that she replaced it for me. Um, and it is very pretty. It's called Fantasy. I get the 32 count Lugana in a fat quarter, so everybody's probably already got it their Aprils. But it's this beautiful blue, almost like a cloud, because it's modeled. Um, it's a little bit more, I would say, a little bit more purpley tinge to it, like a periwinkle almost. I think, oddly enough, I think I might put. I have Miss. Is it Miss Christmas from Mirabilia? And I've been debating on what fabric to put her on. I think I just found it. I love the fact that so far, every month, I have been able to look at. I think I now have a project for every month's fabric. It's not like it's just gonna sit. Um, Now I just need more time to stitch. I think that may be what I do on this one. Okay, so now May you may not have. So if you don't have May, look away. It is a beautiful color. Now this one's gonna go in the thinking about pile. I'm sure with a little effort, a little bit more brain power that I just do not have right now. I probably have something that can go on this in a heartbeat. Problem is, I don't have the brain power to think about what I have in my fabric stash. But it is gorgeous. Oh, it doesn't even show. The color is seafoam, and it is this beautiful pastel mottled green. Um, so I don't know what I'm going to put on it, but I am sure that I will find something. Um, I don't want to say quickly, but without much effort, I will be able to find something to put on that. So those are those. Um, so since I'm not starting anything new, what I'm doing is once I figure out what I'm going to use the fabric for, I usually stick it with the pattern, or I stick the name of whatever I'm going to stitch on it. Like if it's an like an electronic pattern, I just stick what I put a little sticker in there. So I know, and I don't forget because I'm exhausted. So I also got Sam and Betsy from Dirty Annie's. I ordered this from Millennium Fabrics as well. I absolutely love it. I do want to get I think it's Santa Claus and Rudolph that she has that are the same style. And she's um I may actually break down and order these from Paisley and Polka Dots. I think they're from Paisley and Polka Dot. Yeah. The stands and make them just so that they have like a little magnet. My guess is if she's done Sam and Betsy and she's done Rudolph and Santa Claus, that she's gonna come out with more. Kim probably knows because Kim is friends with Annie. I know nothing. I know nobody fantastic like that. I mean, I know fantastic people, but I don't know like famous like designer people. I also ordered. I think it's a Christmas. It's a tree. We all know how it's gonna go amazing on my. It's deck the halls, but it's halls like ship halls. It's gonna go perfect on my beach wall. Fell in love with it, and in keeping with my patriotic theme, who am I? I don't know. Fell in love with this one too. Let freedom ring. Now, I may take a. I don't know why. I may take a 250. I know it's weird. It's got the 2026. It's got 2026 and it's got the 250. Ironically, it doesn't have the 1776. Oh, it does. Duh, right in the center. Yeah, I'm okay. I don't know. I don't necessarily want to stitch the 250, but I don't know. You may. And you know me. I love a good Quaker. I love me a Quaker. Girls, I did not know how much I loved a good Quaker until I started stitching Quakers. And now I am all about the Quaker. Okay, so what did I stitch on? We are still in June. I know. It's the 15th. Who knew? Um, okay. So we are stitching still with the theme of Paul. Um, which is working out great for me. Honestly, it is it's actually been such a blessing. One, I am making huge progress on my 4 projects. It takes the decision fatigue out of everything. I have my 4 little bags here, and I just grab whichever one, honestly, whichever one floats my boat at that moment. You will see which one has certainly been floating my boat much more often. Well, how did I get on this kick floating my boat? Like, what? This last week I did not stitch on the unknown soldier or dear soldier. I had every intention to, and you will see why I did not. But let's start with P. P. I did Pandemic by Long Dog Sampler. Um, I've got about 200 stitches in. That's it. We're working right in here, right where my needle is. Forgive my needle. There we go. So we got this birdie in, and this little stitch here. So I am working on like the diagonal from, well, from Texas to New York or Texas to Michigan. How's that one for you, Kim? We're gonna go from Texas to Michigan or Michigan to Texas. Um, in my in the pages because I have so. Do I think that I will have this whole page done this month? No. Who knows though? Who knows? Who knows? I'm not gonna say I'm not because who knows? I might. But I had 3 trials this week or 3 hearings this week, and one of them's a full blown trial. Unless we settle. So please, 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 please pray that my stupid client and his stupid soon to be ex wife get their heads out of their badunks and settle their case. Because really and truly, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Okay. So I then worked on Quaker flag because American flag. PA. Um, y'all, we are getting closer to the 60% mark on this baby. So clearly I worked more on the graph or the grid. This is stitched on, by the way, Pandemic is stitched on 14 count Ada, just inexpensive from Joann's, I think, at the time. White Ada with DMC, 2/1. This is stitched on Sky from Atomic Ranch, 18 count Ada. Love me some Ada, y'all. And I love Atomic Ranch is one of my favorite fabric dyers. I no problems with Atomic Ranch fabrics. No. So we've got the grid. I think I've got 3 more of like peaks like that to go. And then I've started filling in the white squares. And I'm still not 100% sold on them. They do show up in person much better than they are on camera. I kind of like that they're subtle. I kind of don't like them that they're subtle. So we're just going to keep working on it, doing it. Because everybody who sees it in person loves it. So what do I know? What do I know? I know nothing. I know absolutely nothing. I know what else I got for haul. I set them separately because I was... So I'll show you that last. Because amazing. Let me set that over here. Okay. So then the other... Normally I would show you Dear Soldier or The Unknown Soldier. But I didn't touch it. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Because what I did touch was Lady Justice by Mirabilia. She's my first Mirabilia. And not only is she my first Mirabilia, we did a full color version on her. She's spectacular. She is stitched on 28 count Lugana by Picture This Plus in the colorway Heroic. All of my Americana queens are going to be stitched on Heroic. So that will be the tie, the other part that binds them together. But y'all, oh my god, oh my god, she's gorgeous. And I started to do the back stitch because, Now the one thing I think I am going to do though, I'm going to stitch the other side on her scale, the little, where is it? Okay. Clearly I have troubles with cameras. The little cup thingy here, right here. I think it kind of blends in too much. So I'm going to stitch the other side over here. Well, not really. It'll be like over here. I'm going to stitch it all in just like the silver metallic. I'm going to see which way I like better. I have a feeling I'm going to like the silver better. If I do, then I'm going to rip out that one. I'm going to stitch both sides in silver, obviously. They're going to match whichever colors, so I don't know. The other thing is I don't like the beads that I had picked out for the circles in her dress, and that will go in her hair. And so I've been playing around with different ideas, and Abby and I think we both agree on what I'm going to do. At least for the dress, they're going to be silver. It just makes sense. And that is the intention. So I have to order those. I am going to do the pearl necklace on her, so I'm going to get with Raymond from Ghost Boy Needleworks to pull those beads. But she is the only thing left on her is the back stitching on her sword. The beading, obvious. Besides the beading, let's just put it that. Besides the beading, is my girlfriend here. My girl, obviously the scale, and the bit of back stitching on her hand, and then for the scales, um. But the thing is this big old butt bow that she's got going down her sash from her butt. There we go. That's really the only stitching left, which is still quite a bit of stitching, not gonna lie. But there is still a good chance that in the next 15 days her stitching will be done. And again, I find her absolutely phenomenal. Just I love her so much. And I already have the next piece of Heroic ready to go. I don't know if Stephanie and I are going to do a stitch along for Queen of Peace, especially with our conversion, or not. Knowing Stephanie, she's probably got her half stitched. And I'm just sitting over here going, what the heck? Okay, so that's all of my stitching. That's it. I work mostly on Lady Justice. Am I sad about that? Not at all, y'all. Okay. So, here's my other piece of haul. If you all remember my Lafayette in American Coney Island, um, my hot dogs came in. My little so the hot I got a it's a flat back. Do I just use like hot glue? I'm going to assume yes. There's no way I can stitch it on. But because I didn't stitch the hot dog that's on the sign, it's supposed to be from the side view, right? The hot dog on the actual American Coney Island is seen from this view, right? And the hot dog, like that looks okay. Clearly, that looks a little strange. Whatever. My button does it. It goes like this. I sad about that? Not at all. Not at all. I bought it that way. So I'm pretty sure that I just glue gun it there when I do my FFO of my stand up. Now that the button is here and I have that, I have extras. So if anybody wants to stitch the Coney Island and needs a hot dog for their Coney Island, let me know. Um I may look into getting like a little hot dog cart. I've seen some needlepoint canvases or patterns to do that. Um for my village, but whatever. Uh, Neither here nor there. I am being pulled. I know I have already kitted up the little dog, and I have like very velvet to do him and stuff, and I think he's even on stretcher bars already. But I'm kind of wanting to stitch the Spirit of Detroit, but that's not kitted up yet. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I like my rotation. I think given everything for July, I'm really liking this. It's not even a category. What is it? Like with the name thing, like plugging in the name thing. I'm really liking that it right now for my brain. So I may do like Nigel for July because I think July really does have 5 weeks. Um, I may do Nigel. I could do dogs. Could do pets because I still would like to keep going on Pandemic and Quaker Flag. I have goals for those, and obviously Lady Justice. So if I did pets, I could do Pandemic. I could do Lady Justice on equality. I don't know. T, I could do. I still do. I could stretch it and go Quaker Flag because it's by the Vivsters. Um, and then pick something different for S. I could pick out an old Sal. God knows I have enough of those. Um, so we'll see. I'll keep you posted. I don't know. Right now, I like the four that I'm working on. My goal is to at least have Lady Justice stitched by the end of the month. Um, and who knows what else, right? The goal We're still on target to finish Quaker Flag by Labor Day, and we're falling a little bit behind on Pandemic, so I gotta hustle and get some stitches into that, which I don't think is gonna be an issue. It's just yeah. So with that said, that's all I got, and that's okay. So I'm gonna let you go, and I hope you're having a fantastic week. Um, my community has been hit hard. My Jeep babes are struggling. We had one who lost everything in a house fire last night. We have, if you watch the news, there was the shooting in Livonia, Michigan, where 4 people were shot. That was another Jeep Babes family. So my babes are hurting, and that always hurts my heart. Um, some people in my stitchy groups have lost their mom, and that hurts my heart. On top of the hurt I already got, right? So with that, I just want to urge everybody: give your friends an extra hug. Don't be afraid to tell somebody that you need help if you need help. And don't be afraid to tell your loved ones that you love them. So, with that, I'm going to let you go because I got to take the boy to work and I got work to do and all the things. So, remember, you are smart and you are beautiful. You are strong and you are loved. You are needed and you are wanted. And mostly, you matter. So, with that, I will talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.